Hello everyone, this is my video journal response to this week's readings. So let's get to it. Alright, so after reading chapter 4 and chapter 8, I believe I have a better, or rather a more deeper understanding of how how American musical theater evolved. Not just as a form of entertainment, but as a reflection of the social and emotional climate of its time. So, both chapters, they highlighted a pivotal transition in musical theater history, moving from escapism in wartime to artistic integrity and emotional storytelling. So, in chapter 4, it became very clear that World War II had a huge impact on Broadway and its audiences. During that period, people were living in fear, loss, and uncertainty, and musicals became a escape and a mirror of national identity. They gave audiences a sense of hope, unity, and patriotism, helping them process the collective hardships that they were facing. This To me, this allowed me to realize that musicals, they weren't just there to entertain. They served as emotional and I would say ideological responses to real world events. They gave them comfort, but they also reinforced a shared value in a time when the country needed it the most. And then the readings also, both readings, they also showed how this period set the stage for what is now considered the golden age of American musical, a time when Broadway truly came of age as an art form. And so from that, what I got was how those creatives at that time, they began to focus on integrating story, song, and dance together to fit in a cohesive way where the elements were able to work together and not against each other. And so through Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma, you get this perfect example, or you just have this perfect show where all the pieces fit together. And it becomes a transformative piece that sets the stage for shows to come afterwards, where the dialogue, choreography, and score, all those things now flow together, and now you have a story that's able to be advanced through this cohesiveness. And you have a new format called the musical play. This format, it didn't just change how the shows were written, but also how they were experienced. So for the first time through Oklahoma, you were able to have a emotional journey where the story, again, it just felt right. Or I hate to keep saying the word cohesive, but it did. Um, I found this especially powerful because it connected both the artist, the artistic innovation, and the social climate of the time. That sense of unity that people longed for during and after the war was reflected on stage through the integration of its creative parts. Another thing that stood out was how the audience's expectations evolved during this period as well. So it was no longer just about laughs and the songs they wanted to feel. They were craving stories that would, how can I describe it? They were craving richer stories, stories with more complex characters. This shift pushed artists to bring emotional and intellectual depth to their work, excuse me, transforming the musical from light entertainment into a serious storytelling medium. So we see all of this big change happening, and for the better of the form. And then from both readings, Rodgers and Hammerstein, they were pretty big, and I noticed a lot of innovations came from them, but they laid the foundation for now, like I said, what we now think of as the modern musical. Their shows, they didn't just shy away from tackling social issues or emotional truths. They provided they provided that musicals, I'm sorry, not provided, they proved that musicals could be both commercially successful and artistically meaningful, capable of addressing serious themes while still engaging audiences through music and performance. So overall, this week's readings, they gave me a new appreciation for this era in a musical theater history perspective. Again, the wartime, it taught audiences and artists alike the value of storytelling, that speaks through a shared human experience, and that the golden age was built on that foundation by tuning and refining the musical art form into a unified, expressive, cohesive art form. And so I now understand this time wasn't just a period of great shows. To me, it was a period when the American musical was able to find its voice through balancing entertainment, emotion, and artistry in a way that continues to shape the musical theater world today. So it's great stuff, great stuff.